The Ballad of Bill Doolin. I've heard the hoofbeat thunder, smelled the fire of the gun, riding in the territory beneath the western sun. My bed is where I lay down, saloon holes are my host. That no man is my master, I'm proud to loudly boast. I figure my own destiny, I do what pleases me, and when I'm running low on cash, folks give it up to me. 'Cause I'm an Oklahoma outlaw, my definition's clear. An hour's work behind a gun, I can live free for a year. No man is my enemy, fact, everyone's a friend. But in my mind, the means, well, they justify the end. My name is William Doolin. Most folks call me Bill. I do it for the money and, partially, the thrill. My younger years were right enough, working ranches as a hand, but early on I felt the need to be an independent man. I found a bit of trouble on a Kansas Independence Day, and as I gained a reputation, started making my own way. There came along an outfit. They'd set their sights on trains, stop and rob 'em, then escape, holding tightly to the reins. Well, them boys was the Daltons, Emmett, Grat, and Bob. We had some really fine times until the Coffeyville job. I didn't ride along that day, we'd had a falling out. Them boys found resistance. In fact, it was a rout. For when the smoke had settled, both Bob and Grat lay dead. We were branded outlaws, with prices on our head. I found my way to Ingalls, an outlaw-friendly town. Them folks kinda liked me, and the law came not around. Slowly others gathered up. My bunch began to form. When we lit out as a group, the wild bunch was born. There was one person left behind, Edith, my new wife. We'd met while I was resting. I'd love her all my life. We picked up where I'd left off before the Daltons met their fate. With lots of other trains and banks, them treasures wouldn't wait. Now, the law had surely noticed the exploits of our gang, and they became right serious about seeing us all hang. Trains became our specialty. We knew just what to do. And when the posse quit a-chasing, back to Ingalls, let things cool. But little did we know by then, the law had learned our ways. Through spies they'd set among us, they'd heard us plan our plays. They came to town unnoticed, but Dick Speed jumped the gun, shot at Bitter Creek Newcomb, and that began the fun. Gunshots echoed out across that sleepy little town. The lawmen hid behind what could, and we just hunkered down. One of ours was upstairs, laying on a bed, known as Arkansas Tom, armed with guns and lead. Well, he had himself a good time. The best seat in the joint, kept them lawmen pinned down. He surely made his point. Meanwhile, all the rest of us, with our guns ablaze, made it to the stable through the gun-smoke haze. Guess there weren't but one thing for the wild bunch to do. We mounted our horses, praying luck to see us through. Somehow, we all made it. Some shot, including me. The lawmen didn't do so well. Of theirs, they had lost 3. As for Arkansas Tom, well, he kept 'em occupied till we were out of danger. Then he was caught and tried. We made it out of Ingalls, stopped to heal our wounds. Then we started once again to seek out other boons. Once again we pulled our jobs, and once again we split. I headed for Eureka Springs. My wounds was giving fit. I was sitting in a bathtub, highly unprepared, when a marshal by name of Tigman informed me I had erred. Weren't no sense in arguing, sitting naked in a tub. He took me back to Guthrie. I joined the jailhouse club. I didn't stay there long, though, not being much for jails. Escaped and headed homeward, crossed seldom-traveled trails. Guess this was an insult the law just could not stand. They sent out every lawman and scoured all the land. It then occurred to me that I had had my thrill. Started thinking of a peaceful life beyond an unrode hill. I sent a message to my wife to come and bring our son, that we could leave this life behind. My outlaw days were done. New Mexico was beckoning. I knew good people there. We'd live our lives as ranchers, with normal people's cares. Well, that was my side of the story. But the law does not forgive. They were not about to let me just leave and let me live. Edith and my son Mac were loaded up and ready. To end this outlaw living was the vision I held steady. I started down a darkened road to check it out ahead. Somehow, deep inside me, I felt a secret dread. They hollered out a warning not to give a fight. My choice of action that time surely wasn't right. Now, I lay here, dying upon this dusty road. In my chest, the fire of a deadly shotgun load. Heck Thomas stands above me. I hear Edith crying. This time when they found me, them boys was really trying. I guess it's only fair for me to find this violent end. The Wild West itself is now nearly at an end. I'll slip away toward my fate without a moan or a cry. I made my bed some years ago, and now it's time to die. I lived the way I had to. Seemed natural for me. My single point in all of this was simply living free. For those I've hurt, deserving it, I'll do the same again. For those who got caught in it, apologies I send. I've heard the hoofbeat thunder, smelled the fire of the gun. I'm at the end of riding beneath the western sun. My bed is where I lay now. My home's the great beyond. My outlaw story's over. My way I'll now be on.